Children, very good morning. First of all, wish you all a happy Vinayaka Chaturthi. Today, I am going to teach you your sixth poem, I think seventh chapter, entitled Animals, written by Walt Whitman, the great American poet. In this poem, actually, the poet says that the animals are in a way greater and better than human being. Okay? In this poem, actually, the poet says that the animals are in a way greater and better than human being. Okay? Come on, let us go into the poem in detail. In your book, it is actually in page number 83, Animals, the great poem written by the greatest American poet, Walt Whitman. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. What do you mean by that? The poet feels very comfortable with the animals because they are calm and plain, whereas human beings are complicated and false. It's very difficult to believe because all human beings are having so many masks. They are wearing masks. We don't understand the real nature of human beings. First line, I think I could turn and live with animals. That means the poet wants to become an animal. He doesn't want to live as a human being. The poet wants to become an animal and loves to live with them as he likes their quiet and calm life. They are so placid. Placid, placid means calm and quiet, and self-contained. They have the self-control and self-satisfaction. Whatever they have, with that they are very, very happy and satisfied. That is not there. That satisfaction is not there with a human being. So, the poet wants to become an animal. I stand and look at them long and long. He is actually standing in front of the animals for a long time. There are two longs. First long, that means for long time. The poet is standing for long time and looking at the animals. And another long, the second one, means longing. He desires to get the two great qualities like self-control and rationality. They are very happy with whatever their life they have in their natural surroundings. The simple lives of animals help them maintain self-control and their rationality. But whereas all human beings want to lead a luxurious life, so they are all sad and suffering. They are not having satisfaction. Next para, that is next stanza. They do not sweat and whine. They do not sweat and whine means they never cry and make complain about their condition. Animals are not crying, feeling sad and making complain about their life condition. Whatever surrounding is given to them, they accept it. Accepting life as it is the best policy. Animals are following. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. This many human beings are doing. They lose their sleep. They are keeping awaking in the midnight in the dark and crying for their sins. Sins means here some misdeeds or immoral actions they have done. So they don't eat properly. Whereas the animals are not like that. They eat well, they eat well and sleep peacefully, whereas human beings are not able to sleep. They do not lie. The animals do not lie awake without sleeping or losing the sleep in the dark and weep for their sins. The many human beings are suffering from insomnia. The mania is a disease who doesn't have proper sleep in the night hours and weep for their sins, whatever mistakes they have done. These are all not at all done by the animals. Next line, they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. The animals are not at all even praying to God. Humans, even after committing sins, talk about God and rightness, while animals are simple creatures and they do not need to worry about praying to God. The poet here means that since animals are so pure, they do not pray to God for forgiveness or ask God to fulfill their desires like human beings. We are always praying, doing worship, and wants to get so many things of the earth and talking about this duty I must do, that one I have to do to God. All these things are all the time discussing. That is making the poet sick. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not even a single animal is dissatisfied with the life given to them. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Demented means affected with madness. Affected with madness. The medical term is mania. Bibliomania means buying lot of books. Buying. Question of trust for non-detailed lesson we have seen, a hero is having that mania. Bibliomania. Wants to buy even by stealing money. Animals are not at all having any mania. Here human beings wants to possess so many things of the earth. So they are mad, affected with madness. The mania, obsession to buy and possess the things. Owning the things means possessing the things. So they are praying God. So animals are not doing like that. Not one kneels to another. Not one animal is kneeling down to another animal to get their facilities. Here human beings are bending down and getting facilities from the rich people and the people who are in power. That is not at all done by animals. Not one animal kneels down to another animal for getting the facilities, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Animals are free from the habit of everything. They are not at all worrying about even the ancestors. When the poet says not one is respectable, he means that since all of them are equal. Next line is that. Not one is respectable. That means not one man is great. Not one animal is great. All others are inferior. That means all are equal. Not even a single animal is unhappy. Here maximum 95% of the people are unhappy over the whole earth. Animals are happy. They don't care about all the needs. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. So the poet love their character. So they show their relations to me. Poet feels animals are very close, having close relationship with him, and I like to accept the animals. They bring me tokens of myself. Animals are bringing tokens means symbols of myself. What are symbols means here? The qualities, kindness, self-control and innocence, all these moral values human beings have lost because of his desires. They evince, the animals show. Evince means to show them plainly in their possessions. Plainly, they are in a very, very simple manner, they are showing what are the good qualities they are having. Evince means to show all the good qualities they are having, but human beings have lost all the good qualities. He believed that civilization has corrupted human beings, and instead of teaching values to animals, now what happened? The animals are ready to teach the good values to human beings, because human beings have become very greedy and losing their happiness. I wonder, last two lines, I wonder where they get those tokens. Really, the poet is wondering from where the animals are getting those good qualities: innocence, self-control, self-satisfaction, kindness. All these good values were with human beings long back, because long back all the human beings were very, very simple and humble. But now people are all very, very greedy. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? The poet feels, he believes in this poem that human beings have dropped all these good values a long time ago and have forgotten all the good qualities. Negligently drop them means careless manner. They have dropped all the good values once we had. All the values due to civilization we have lost, because we now only one quality we have. We are very greedy to possess the things, so we are losing our peace and happiness. So that is a beautiful poem written by Walt Whitman, the modern American poet. The poet feels that animals represent human beings in so many ways. This means that animals seem to have what humans once had and lost: virtues like kindness, self-satisfaction, and innocence. So, enjoy the poem. In a way, animals are very, very great in so many ways. That is the end of the poem. Enjoy the poem. Once again, after hearing this poem, enjoy. In your pink color guide, summary is given. Go through it. Very soon we are going to write a test. All the best.